now the camera's crooked. Everything stinks. I'm already sweating. Hey, thanks for coming back to my channel. My name is Kelsie Huff and I do videos. I'm a stand-up comedian here in Chicago, and today I'm trying to do a studio video because I'm trying to learn how to do editing, lights, and the whole gamut. So, if you're new here, thanks so much for coming. Too creepy? Too creepy? If you've been here since the beginning, I love your face, thanks for coming back, and you know all about my sausage fingers. So what are we doing today? Great question. Should have started that 30 seconds ago. I'm gonna do favorites, like a real YouTube person. Yep. So I've got a bunch of stuff sitting out in front of me. It's very eclectic, rando, as the kids say, very random. This is what I was enjoying this month. If you're into that, just keep watching. What a YouTube professional I am. Ba-ba-da-bam! So this was a gift from my friend Amy Sumter.
Who's that lady? Who's that lady?
There was a late birthday present. She doesn't need to give me birthday presents. I don't know what she's doing, but she's the crazy greatest. And it's Bad Girls Throughout History, their notes. And this is a Instagram artist, Anne Shen, I believe. And I'll put all of this stuff in the description below. Someone trying to get into my apartment. Back off, I'm filming. There are notes, thank you notes that can be sent out, which, you know, Amy knows me so well. I do love me some thank you notes. But I was also thinking that maybe I could frame some of these because I love the colors. There's a gallery wall in my new office. How cool would that be, right? And there's just a bunch of like amazing women throughout history, and then they have quotes on the back. Never cease to act because you fear you may fail. The last queen of Hawaii. So thank you, Amy Sumter, you're the greatest. We're back! There was something going on with the camera, but I think everything's fine now. Oh, we're doing it. Okay, so where did I leave off? The first thing. It was only the first thing we did. And I'm already having sweaty panic attacks about the filming process. Get it together, Huff, it's not that big of a deal. Okay, what's next on the list? Exciting, exciting. Oh, how about this little guy? Boopity-bee, boop. This is a little expensive, which I am not a fan of. I got it on the Sephora website. It's the Clarins Instant Light Lip Comfort Oil. I'm telling you, it's like $22. Again, I'll put it all in the description box below, but what I do is I put it on at night, and it's in the flavor honey. Honey, 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 honey. The thing I really like about this is the applicator. Like, it feels like a tiny rabbit's foot, which might be gross, but it's a good description. And I actually like the application of it almost more than the product itself. But it's very oily, as it says, and it's very gooey, and it softens the lip. I've been very dry lately because of the change of seasons here in Chicago, so this is really helpful. I just wish it wasn't $22. I know there's something very, very similar in the drugstore. I think it's Milani, they do something. Milani? Yeah, that's a brand. Right? Not the same though. It doesn't have the great rabbit foot applicator that I love. So we'll stay in the bathroom area. It sounds gross. And I know this is really, really basic, but I have to tell you, I'm not a beauty guru, but I gotta tell you, I love this. Again, for the dryness of the season, this is the Vaseline with cocoa butter. One, smells delightful, and it's just regular old Vaseline. Good thing I didn't open it and show you and there was like weird hair or something in there.
Oh, you are hairy like animals.
Nope, I got a clean Vaseline. So what I do is, in these dry seasons, I put it on the old elbows and I get a really dry patch right here. It's not eczema, it's just dry on the old pinky knuckle. And I was hanging out with my little niece the other day, and I lifted up, I like folded my shirt, and she told me that my elbows were crunchy. Harsh! That is one of my faves. How about something else? Oh yeah, so some of you watching my vlogs know I'm back on the Weight Watcher train. I'm going through some kind of like transition in my life, and my food is all over the place, so I need to like track and focus, and the Weight Watchers has helped me in the past. So I love the Weight Watcher app and the Connect community. So I guess I could put a little thing like Weight Watcher app. I love that. Ta-da! And I picked this up at a Weight Watcher meeting, and it's just gum. First kiss, gourmet gum. I didn't realize it was kind of silly. The reason I loved it is, I don't know, it's sugar-free, but it's a little sweetness, and it does the trick as far as minting up your breath, because I went to a Weight Watcher meeting with the worst coffee breath, so I picked it up as an emergency, but it's really good. I like it a lot. So, gum and Vaseline. glamorous life. I am crushing this. Let's put these down so I don't suddenly decide that I want to repeat myself. What else is on the list here? Yeah, I made notes. Professional. Ooh, a bit of gum escaped. I'll save you for later. I really enjoy this candle. It is a very strange candle holder, vase, votive. This is a very large votive. So it just sits like this on this little gold circle, and it is a little, you know, shimmery. I wouldn't say it's holographic. Don't come at me, simply illogical.
Don't cry over spilled milk. Cry over spilled hollow.
It's got a sort of mauve, rose, purple, a little bit of blue. Iridescent, that's the word I'm looking for. And it's like blackberry and currant. Oh, I love it so much. It's a very warm, very fall, very almost smoky, but not quite smoky, because some of those tobacco candles, I love them, but when you burn them, I'm spitting. When you burn them for long periods of time, it does get a bit much. So I like a light musk in my candle. Oh, blackberry currant, this is it. I got this at Anthropology. It's very difficult to fit and afford their clothing, but I can buy their candles. I got a food. So these are Susie's Thin Cakes. I picked them up at my local fruit and veg, but I'm sure you can get them on Amazon or whatever. Here's the thing, they don't remind me of diet food because that really turns me off, but I'm a quantities gal. I like seconds, so I have to trick my brain. So you get 3 of these crackers, it's very low points, and you can put anything you want on them. So I like variety as well. So I like quantity and I like variety, and so these are a very good base for that. So you can put, I put like natural peanut butter and cut up some bananas and maybe some drizzle of lemon.
Honey, 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 honey.
I also put the Laughing Cow cheese, and I cut up like pears or cucumbers, whatever I'm feeling, and do a little sprinkle of like sea salt so you get more of a savory flavor. And because they're so low calorie, my heater is turning on. I love you, Susie's puffed cake, snack crackers, quinoa and sesame and corn. It's a very long title. And what else is it? It's gluten-free, it's whole grain. Is it non-GMO? I don't even know, but fat-free, gluten-free. There you go. This is an old favorite of mine. This is the Ginger Essence of Origins. And the reason, let's just do it. 11, 12. Why? The reason I love this is because the holidays are coming up, and my godmother, my Aunt Paula, she buys this for me every year. And every time I squirt it on me, I'm reminded of her, which is an unfortunate way to put that sentence. But I love her. She's great. She is... Why am I getting emotional? This is weird. If you're watching Aunt Paula, turn away. Remember that I have no feeling. In one of the gifts that she gave me one Christmas, she sent me a really nice note in the gift, which I put on my Wonder board. I have a board in my office for when I'm writing. When I'm writing, I feel bad about myself, and so I look at this board and I'm like, oh yeah, you're not garbage. People like you. And she wrote me that note, and every time I spray this, it just reminds me of that note and how nice she was. Oh my gosh. What is happening? Feelings are dumb. It's actually on my phone right now, but I got a, what the heck are they called? Pop stops for my phone. And I got it at a store called Enjoy, which is in Lincoln Square, but you can also get them on the PopStart website if you want. But you know, shop local. And it's really great. So it's one of those things, I'll put it here. Boop. I have a unicorn rainbow one, and you just pull it out and it helps you hold. Okay, maybe I should make that motion. It helps you hold your phone a little bit better because I have a new phone and it's a little bit larger. I just wanted it for some security purposes. It's also very colorful. So the other thing about me, a long time ago I did the artist's way. Ooh, hippie. And I learned that I'm very much stimulated creatively by color. So I have a little PopStart colorful thing, and it helps me feel a little more creative. I love it. Oh, gum, don't worry, I'm gonna get you later. Another favorite, my raincoat. If you've been watching the vlogs, you've been seeing me wear this often because it is quite rainy here in Chicago at the moment. And I originally bought this for our trip to Iceland. And I'm working on that vlog. Don't worry, if it's not up, it will be up soon. But yeah, so Jason and I went to Iceland in September and it was amazing. And I needed a raincoat. And this is really great. It's very warm, surprisingly, for being super thin. It does have an unfortunate odor. Oh wait, unless that's just me. No, it's like, wait, where is that coming from? yeah, it's not unfortunate. You know what? I think maybe just because it's new. It smells like new coat and it's a little tarpy. A little like when you open something plastic and it's like, whoa, that came from a factory. And I also really like the color. And I'm very good at taking care of my clothing. Don't hit the light. Oh, almost a tragedy. The other thing I want to talk about is a book that I actually donated to Open Books, which is in a vlog here. It's called All the Light We Cannot See. I also talked about it when I was talking about books, so I won't go into great detail here. It was a Pulitzer Prize winner. I kind of missed it. It was like after all the buzz about it, but I really liked it as a World War II story that followed certain characters that were being affected by the war. And it's very beautiful and sad and heart-wrenching and hopeful. And it really made you find, for me anyway, it made me find joy in the smaller moments. And it was kind of a book about gratitude through massive tragedy. And it was just beautiful. And I loved it, and I loved it, and I loved it. The other thing, I read this actually a super long time ago. I love Bell Hooks. I love everything she writes. She is a hero, and she does not get enough credit for being as amazing as she is. But at any time in the news or the world is bringing me down, which is quite often, the thing I like about Bell Hooks, she does talk about feminism and race and class and economics, all wrapped up, but it's very manageable. It's not super academic, which I love. And this one is called, it's The Female Search for Love. So it's very hopeful. Another thing I like about her, she gives you hope. It's not just like, here's everything wrong with the world. Good luck. She has a positive message and some action that can be taken. So I just read a couple chapters here when the world was getting crazy because she makes me just want to live forever because Bell Hooks is, I don't know, top 10 human on the planet Earth. We are getting down to the nitty gritty, so my other favorites are non-tangible things that I don't actually have here, to touch and show you in this show and tell, which is what this is, let's be honest. I feel like I'm in kindergarten. TV shows. I love The Good Place. If you haven't seen it, holy bananas. Kristen Bell, Ted Danson. Man, the first season, there was a moment where Ted Danson gave me the chills. He did a little switcheroo on me, and we're on season 2, and you should watch it. Obviously no spoilers, but it's really fantastic. It deals with a lot of philosophical questions and what it means to be a good person and what it means to help others in your community, but in a really funny, delightful way. I love that. I also really like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and one of the things I like about this season, which I'm not sure if the internet community is hit or miss on this, but I really like it. It's a show about cops, and they're actually this season talking about the justice system, or rather jail. They're talking about some things. They're sprinkling some things in the comedy show that I really appreciate it. They've got a Black Lives Matter message in last season. They also have comments on the criminal system about how, jails are, it's just a messed up system. And I like that it's a comedy show with goofs and laughs and wackiness, but they also are saying something about our world. And I really like that. And you would think Brooklyn Nine-Nine, isn't that a bunch of fart jokes? Yes, and I love fart jokes, but I also like when there's a message. The longer this video goes on, the more my hair is see ya. Stay put for a second here. I got a real news lady vibe, don't I? Got my slicked bangs and my straight hair being up at 5 o'clock, terrible news. Back to you, Kyle. Anyway, final thing for this favorite is I want to take a moment of I want to do a moment of gratitude. So the Kates at the Improv, which was a huge, big deal. It's a major comedy club here in Illinois, and the Kates performed. It's an all-female show in a world-famous club, which is a big deal. Huge moment. And at the same moment, if you watched my vlog, you'll know I was having a little bit of doubt and I was feeling funky about it. And what it was a moment of clarity. It was a moment of being uncomfortable. And I really appreciate that moment because what it taught me, what I learned from that uncomfortable, doubt, was that I want to put more of my energy into writing new material, creating material, as opposed to producing. Now, that doesn't mean the Kates are going away. That doesn't mean I'm not producing in some element, but I'm giving up a little bit of control to focus on creativity because the thing was, I'm not feeling as fulfilled as I once was. And I think it's because I'm not putting my energies in the place that I want to put my energies. So, moment of gratitude for that kind of uncomfortable realization. And I think we should recognize that. And also on social media, I'm posting pictures of Kates at the Improv, which was fantastic. But I feel there's not a lot of nuance in social media, and I think it's important to say, like, whilst this wonderful thing was happening, I was also having more complex feelings. So I think those moments need to also be shared with favorites, you know, along with gum and Vaseline. I'm gonna end this by chomping with my mouth open because I'm a real classy dame. That's it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to do more of these again, and I hope to learn more with light so there's not crazy shadow. This is all a learning process. This gum is making it hard to end. Okay, bye. Beep boop. I did the sound effect and didn't hit the button. Beep boop. I did it again. Do it for real.